Most people think buying a $68 million company requires having $68 million sitting in the bank. But that's not how many large businesses are acquired. In fact, some of the biggest deals in history were completed by people who used leverage, meaning they used other people's money, future cash flows, and smart deal structures. And that's exactly how one entrepreneur acquired a company she couldn't afford. Sophia wasn't a billionaire. She wasn't even wealthy. She owned a few small businesses and had built a reputation for turning struggling companies around. One day, she discovered a manufacturing company worth $68 million. The business had loyal customers, strong cash flow, experienced employees, but the founder wanted to retire. There was just one problem. Sophia didn't have anywhere close to $68 million. Most people would have walked away. Sophia did something different. She began studying how acquisitions actually work. Sophia learned that wealthy investors often use leverage. Instead of paying cash upfront, they combine multiple sources of financing. Some money comes from banks. Some comes from investors. Sometimes the seller agrees to receive part of the payment over several years. And often, the company being acquired helps pay for its own purchase through future profits. Suddenly, the impossible started looking possible. But reality was much harder. Banks weren't convinced. Several investors rejected her proposal. Some people told her she was dreaming too big. Others thought she was reckless. And as negotiations continued, competitors started showing interest in buying the company. Time was running out. Sophia knew she needed a better solution. Instead of relying on one source of money, Sophia created a creative structure. Private investors provided part of the capital. A bank financed another portion. And most importantly, the retiring owner agreed to seller financing. That meant he would receive a portion of the payment gradually over time. The company itself generated enough profits to support the arrangement. Suddenly, the deal became possible. Not because Sophia was rich, but because she understood leverage. Closing the deal wasn't the end. It was the beginning. Supply chain problems appeared, costs increased, some key employees left, and customer complaints started rising. Sophia quickly realized that buying a business is easier than managing one. So she focused on three things: improving efficiency, retaining customers, and rebuilding company culture. Slowly, the business stabilized. Then, profits started growing again. Within several years, the company became stronger than ever. Revenue increased, profits improved, and the acquisition that once seemed impossible became one of the smartest decisions of Sophia's career. Not because she had unlimited money, but because she understood something many people never learn. Leverage can multiply opportunity, but only when combined with discipline, careful analysis, and good management. You don't always need to own all the money, but you do need knowledge, because in business, fortunes are often built not by those who have the most resources, but by those who know how to use resources wisely. And sometimes, the company you think you can't afford may simply require a smarter way to buy it.